stranger than fiction. When conspiracy theories prove true, we love a good conspiracy theory, don't we? The whispered rumours, the hidden agendas, the feeling that we're in on something big. Most of the time, these theories are harmless fun, easily dismissed with a chuckle. But what about the times they're not? What happens when the line between crazy speculation and unsettling truth blurs? History is littered with events that sound like they came straight out of a spy thriller. Governments, it turns out, aren't always bastions of transparency and honesty. From stealing body parts for radioactive testing to secretly poisoning alcohol during Prohibition, the truth is often stranger than fiction. So buckle up, dear reader, as we delve into the murky depths of government conspiracies that turned out to be shockingly, undeniably true.
The year is 1951. The Cold War is in full swing and fear of nuclear war grips the globe. The United States, determined to understand the effects of nuclear fallout, embarks on a secret project. Its name, Project Sunshine. Behind the seemingly harmless moniker lay a chilling truth. The government was stealing the body parts of the deceased, often without the knowledge or consent of their families. These stolen remains were used in gruesome experiments to measure the effects of radiation on human tissue. Imagine the grief of losing a loved one, only to discover their body was used in a macabre government experiment. Project Sunshine wasn't just a scientific endeavor, it was a moral abomination. The revelation of Project Sunshine sent shockwaves through the nation, highlighting the callous disregard for human dignity.
The 1920s, flapper dresses, jazz music, and a nationwide ban on alcohol. Prohibition was supposed to usher in a new era of morality and sobriety. Instead, it spawned a thriving black market and led to a government-sanctioned poisoning campaign that killed thousands of Americans. The government, in a misguided attempt to deter people from drinking, decided to poison industrial alcohol, knowing it was being stolen and sold as bootleg liquor. The result? An estimated 10,000 deaths. The government, tasked with protecting its citizens, was actively poisoning them. Prohibition, rather than curbing alcohol consumption, only served to fuel a culture of lawlessness and distrust. The government's actions made people more determined to get their hands on illegal booze, no matter the cost. The legacy of poisoned prohibition stands as a cautionary tale of government overreach and unintended consequences.
Section 4. The Shadow President, Edith Wilson's Hidden Power. Woodrow Wilson, the 28th President of the United States, suffered a debilitating stroke in 1919. Unable to fully perform his duties, he retreated from public life. In reality, a shadow government, led by Wilson's wife, Edith, was quietly running the country. Edith Wilson controlled access to the president, determined which matters of state reached his desk, and even drafted speeches and signed documents on his behalf. It's a story that speaks to the ambition of one woman and the fragility of power in a system designed for transparency and accountability. Her story is a fascinating example of how power can shift and morph in the face of adversity.
Section 5, MKUltra, Mind Control, and the CIA's Dark Experiments. The CIA, an agency shrouded in secrecy, tasked with protecting America's interests. But what happens when those interests involve unethical experiments on unwitting citizens? Enter MKUltra, a top-secret program that reads like something out of a science fiction horror film. In the 1950s and 60s, the CIA, obsessed with mind control, embarked on disturbing experiments involving LSD and other hallucinogenic drugs. These experiments were often conducted on unsuspecting American citizens, including military personnel, students, and even patients in mental institutions. MKUltra is a dark stain on the CIA's legacy, a chilling reminder of the dangers of unchecked power.
Section 6. The Unsettling Truth. A world of hidden agendas. The world is a much stranger and more unsettling place than we might like to believe. Governments keep secrets, powerful people lie, and sometimes the most outlandish conspiracy theories turn out to be true. Project Sunshine, poisoned prohibition, Edith Wilson's shadow presidency, MKUltra. These are not just isolated incidents. They're indicative of a larger pattern of government secrecy and manipulation. If these events could be kept hidden for so long, What else might be going on right now, under our noses, that we don't know about? We must remain vigilant, always questioning, always seeking the truth, no matter how uncomfortable it may be.